And as the name suggests, like Dave, he's able to see you guys here, but he can't hear everything that's going on. But the reason I've asked Dave to come is because he has done some pretty amazing things in his life. Things that a sighted person would find extremely challenging, and many sighted people could never attempt some of the things that he's done. And what I'm saying to you by inviting him is, if he can rise to these challenges, if he can rise to these challenges and achieve the feats that he's achieved in his life, then you can do anything that you want to do if you put your minds to it. And I've asked Dave to come and talk to you about some of the things he's done and how he perhaps overcomes his blindness. So it is an opportunity to find out a little bit about blindness. So if you have a question that comes into your head, you think, how on earth does Dave do that? I wonder how I do that if I was blind. When did he go blind? What's it like being blind? If a question comes into your head, would you store it? Because Dave will answer your questions at the end. Okay? Store it away. Now I'm going to hand you over to Blind Dave to tell you a bit about his life and his achievements. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you. Good morning all. Good morning to you all. Well, I hope you were as good an audience as the last ones. They were fantastic and they asked me some absolutely wonderful questions at the end. And I'm sure as we're moving up the age group, you can ask me even better questions. I know it's great to be invited along today to start off your week of opportunities. And as me and Mr. Jackson were talking, I suppose it is difficult for people of your young age to sort of start realising that sooner or later, and sooner rather than later, in around about 10 years' time, you're going to walk out of the world of education and you're going to walk into work. Yes, I know you're only, 8 and 9, and at the moment you're soon to be going into the world of work. So the opportunity is being given for you to all have a little appetizer. And I know that, or I believe, you've got people, hairdressers, you've got nurses, possibly police, possibly firemen coming in to give you a little bit of a chat this week about their roles in life, what they do. And it was like the last class, as I said. I know you, well, we're all at the age that you are at now, or we were there once upon a time, and I can remember going back all them years when people said to me, what do you want to do when you leave school? And I think it all depended on the book I was reading at the time, and yes, I did read books in those days, but you know, I've wanted to be an astronaut, I've wanted to be the Prime Minister, not so much these days, I've wanted to be a policeman, I've wanted to be a fireman, I wanted to be an ambulance driver, I wanted to be a train driver. And do you know, all of these jobs are possible. Not all at the same time, but they are all possible. Now, things in life are achievable if you want them. Let me step back a little bit. Now, I've got two posters to the left and to the right of me, which one of them shows a few photographs of some funny incidents and people that I've met and places that I've been to. And the one shows a fantastic adventure I took part in, which was to run 7 marathons in 7 days on 7 continents. Now, as I stand here now, and as I stand here probably in 20 years' time, I am the only blind person in this world to have undertaken and achieved this fantastic adventure. And it just proves that I am a lad from West Bromwich, close to Bearwood. It's in Sandwell, we're all here. And I have achieved something that no other person in this world has achieved, likely to for that matter. So anything that you want to do is possible. Now, the easiest thing in the world for me to talk to you about this week, like the last session, is jobs, is the roles of people. I've got the ideal opportunity in the fact that by my feet somewhere, unless it's going on walkabout again, I have what they call a guide dog. Now, can I ask a question now as we're going up the age scale? Does anybody know what a guide dog is? Excellent answer, and I couldn't have put it better myself, thank you. So a guide dog helps blind people. And so, in fairness, Wixie, who is my guide dog, And I'll tell you a little bit about Wixie before I move on. Wixie, as I say, is a guide dog. He is a German Shepherd. Now I shouldn't say that word too much. He's an Alsatian cross retriever. No, he's a German Shepherd crossed with a retriever. He was born in a place called Leamington Spa, where guide dogs have a big centre. He's now just over 6 years of age, and if he walks me into a lamppost like he did last night, he's not going to make 7. However, as the gentleman over here on my right-hand side says, he's a guide dog and he does a very, very important job. And as the name of the game this week is Jobs and Employment, he is one of the best. For me, we make a team, but he is the main player. As a guide dog and as a blind person, he gets me from home to Bearwood Primary School, or to the bank, to the building society, library, cafe, or wherever. He gets me there safely. Now, as like yourself learning 1, 2, 3 and ABC, Wixie had to go through a school of learning, if you want to, before he was qualified and before he was able to be let loose on the streets with this maniac. Now, a little bit of insight to Wixie boy. Being born at around about 6 weeks mark, he would have been fostered out to what we call puppy walkers. Now, puppy walkers are, again, a volunteer group but a worker in their own right, and they are fantastic for us because they take the dogs initially into their homes and they get them used to being a part of the family. They get them used to being part of family life. They train them to do their toiletries. They walk them and they get them used to the environment. They walk them down the street so they're allowed back from a car or any kind of vehicle. Hopefully it doesn't frighten them too much. So their job, their role in life is extremely important. And they make the dog what the dog is going to be. From the puppy walker stage, about 12 months on, they go to what we call the main trainer. Now the main trainer in its own right is another job, a very, very important and extremely important job for us. Because this is where they learn, as you do 1, 2, 3 ABC, how to tell the difference between left and right, where to stand, where to sit, how to find steps, and don't forget there's not only steps up, but the steps down. How to find us a door, and there's many different coloured doors, but they find us the door. They'll find us a lift, they'll find us an escalator, they'll find us a hazard not to go by, and they will get us around that hazard. So you can see already we've blanched on 3 careers here. Puppy walkers, very important. They're getting dogs used to the way of life. The guide dog trainer who trains with love, who puts all of the information into the dog. And of course, we've got the dog himself, because Wixie has to take all this on board, and he then becomes a prime role for me. He becomes my eyes. And that for me is one of the most important jobs in this world. Now, one job that I did hasten to forget at the beginning like I did the last time, I would say the most important role in life, the most important job in life, the only job in life that is not going to be paid other than in the pleasure that we all get, and that is the parent. Now, I have a fantastic role because I've got 3 girls. 3 girls that create holy hell for me. And I've got some as young as you, but they are a pleasure actually. And that is the most important, the most loving job of all. So we've gone through 4 jobs before we've even moved out of this room, before we've even ventured into this week. And you have got other people, as I said, coming in, hopefully hairdressers, nurses, doctors maybe, policemen. You've got such a vast variety. But it's now that you have to start considering where your opportunities lie. Now I know automatically for the lads, there's 11 places automatically going. Because we need a New England squad, don't we? So you should just fit in nicely for the next World Cup. But that's the start of the week. Now, I can bleat on all day about jobs, about what he does, about what I've done. There's photographs here, there's photographs to left and right showing, telling what's about. I would like you to gather your thoughts, to gather your questions and ask away. Anything you want to ask, so that we can get a nice little debate going here. see where we go from there.